Austin FC's 2024 Leagues Cup group stage was announced, and Austin FC would be playing against two Liga MX teams again, just like how they did in 2023. The two opponents for the Burning Black are Club Pumas and Monterrey. And how does Austin FC have it? It's at an easy group stage. That's pretty much the reason. That's pretty much my reaction. But for Austin FC, last year we all thought we were going to have an easy group stage playing against the two worst teams of Mexico, which was Mazatlan and FC Juarez. But unfortunately, in an embarrassing way, like the rest of the competitions we were in, Austin FC crashed out early in the group stage, losing to both of those teams. And you know, the story goes on. Austin FC had an embarrassing 2023 season. I wouldn't be mad to lose against Monterrey or Pumas, but like how it was last year, I won't be surprised if we crash out again. Austin FC need to find a way to beat these two clubs. The one team I'm worried about for the Burning Black is Monterrey. Monterrey, who currently sits first place in Liga MX with 5 games in, they're a tough opponent for Austin FC. They're a tough opponent that have a great squad. They have the money for it, and that money surely pays off because they find the right players to lead them to, let's say, the knockout phase of Liga MX. Last season, they crashed out, losing to San Luis in the quarterfinals in an embarrassing way. But the players Monterrey has at Austin FC are going to have a huge problem and huge homework to study are the midfield is what is the key to the good results of Monterrey. It is basically Jordi Cortizo, Eric Aguirre, Sergio Canales, Maximiliano Mesa, and Omar Gobea. All those 5 players I mentioned have a combination of 20 goals and 20 assists with Monterrey. But the one player that was a great move and a great signing is obviously in the winter transfer window, Monterrey purchased Brandon Vasquez from, FC Cincinnati. And we all know what player Brandon Vasquez is. He is a great finisher. He is really tall, obviously, with great aerial headers, and he knows where to be at the right moment. Last year, he helped FC Cincinnati reach the Eastern Conference Finals and win the Supporters Shield, but unfortunately, they fell short in losing to the eventual finalists and winners, which was Columbus Crew. The only thing is our defense going to maintain him? No, because with his speed and with his, altitude, let's say, with his height, Julio Cascante, Leo Bison, or let's say Matt Hedges and Salvatore Mazzaferro, of those 4 are going to have a hard time. But if you put in Salvatore Mazzaferro, someone who's young, and let's say Leo Bison, they probably will know a way to stop Brandon Vasquez with those aerial crosses. But in the midfield, I have to say it's Jordi Cortizo and Eric Aguirre, because if you put in, let's say, Danny Pereira, who's going to probably push up front, but leave Joka Valencia in the back with the back 4, he's probably going to focus on those 2 players, but mostly focus on Jordi Cortizo, who came last season, but he's been a good player for Monterrey in the midfield. So Valencia versus Cortizo should be an entertaining match in the summer of 2024. But for Pumas, that's a different opponent for Austin FC, because Pumas, in the way I'm saying this, the way I see it, is that they're a really strange team. They have a lot of players to pick who can be tough to target or tough to study, but it's their wingers. Last season, 2 of the wingers were the reason why they made it to the semifinals of the Liga MX. One of them is Eduardo Salvio. Salvio had around 9 goals and 3 assists in 2023. But the one player who had a breakout year with Pumas is the Chino Huerta. Chino Huerta came from the ranks of Chivas, then was loaned out, then back to Chivas, but found his right form in Pumas. He had a combination of 10 goals and 4 assists in all competitions with Pumas last season, and right now he has 2 goals in this 2024 season. No, he actually has 3. The problem to Austin FC is that they have to focus on those wingers of Salvio and Chino Huerta, because let's say on our fullbacks, Gallagher, Shikture, let's say, Biro, and Zan Komenich, and Hector Jimenez, we can't leave that spot exposed. That's why we have to focus getting back in form and getting back to our spots, because if you leave those spots open, Chino Huerta, who is a big threat in Salvio, Chino Huerta will take advantage of that and just go for the long shots, because that's how he is. He likes to take long-range goals if you leave that spot exposed. Leave that area open. He's mostly like a player who likes to score on the edge of the box, from my point of view, how he's been playing so far with Pumas and with the Mexican national team. But again, does Austin FC have an easy group stage? The answer is no. We don't have a proper squad. John Group said it himself that our squad is limited with the amount of players we got. For Austin FC to find their form, they gotta practice. They gotta practice more to get those results in Leagues Cup. Because do we want another embarrassing knockout? It's gonna happen no matter what. Last season would have been different. We would have won the two games against those two opponents from Juarez and Mazatlan. But when it comes to the knockout phase, it's a whole different animal. Liga MX won't be playing until August 2024 in the later July, I would say, or after Leagues Cup. Because sure, Liga MX teams are not going to be in form, but let's not get that wrong. Last year, when we said that about FC Juarez and Mazatlan, Liga MX teams are a whole different animal, whole different beast in competitions like this. So I would say Austin FC won't make it far out of the group stage. That's my reaction. It's so early to tell, but I hope Austin FC does at least a good job, a good improvement, and redeem themselves from what happened in 2023. I hope you guys understood this video. My name is Vanilla Mixon 17, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.